Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. What's better than NBA basketball on a Saturday night? We're here to bring you the action. And tonight, we've got the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Denver Nuggets. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And checking out some numbers for Aaron Gordon.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Denver Nuggets. Gordon and Jokic, the inside combo. In the backcourt, it'll be Murray and Brown. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. And for the Timberwolves, McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. MP is out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the center position. And now about a third of the way into the season. You think it's too early to talk about awards, Grant?
You know, B.A., it depends on the award, if I'm being honest. MVP and Rookie of the Year, that's way too early. But you can begin to see the guys who are in the running for Most Improved or Sixth Man.
Now here's Murray. Playing the Clippers, he was nearly unstoppable. Knocks down the long J.
Good read from Murray right there, getting it out to the shooter.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 3-point game. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
And in that game, they owned the glass. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Plenty of heart and hustle in that regard. I mean, they made sure to hit the glass hard and often.
Murray with it. Puts it up from 12. Randall pulls down the board. Cobb on the wing. Fires the 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. MP's got 6.
You can bet MP will make a lot of those over his career.
Murray for 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
McDaniels passes to MP. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Rebounded by Johnson. For Denver, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. The drive by Brown. Tries the spin move. No luck on that one. Oh, good D by Edwards. MP outside. Gobert with a screen on Johnson. To the middle. Outside for Randall. This one for 3. Gobert. Pass to McDaniels. Murray against MP. 5 on the clock. Driving inside. Here's Randall. And finally, they hit one.
I just love the ball move.
Here's Murray. Looking at his stats, currently averaging 27 points a game. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. I asked him about Nikola Jokic and what makes him such a difficult matchup for defenses, and he said his versatility. He's a capable scorer and a fantastic passer. We have to be wary of his scoring and distribution with him, and that's not easy. Let's see how things unfold in this one. BA, back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Pass to Jokic from downtown. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, the Timberwolves this summer signing extensions to keep their elite front court intact. In bringing back Julius Randle and Naz Reid, they maintain a team strength, one that seems more necessary than ever in the loaded West, guys.
Making the commitment. Okay, thanks for the report, Shams. Here's Jokic. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. 4 on the clock. Murray passes to Jokic. Over Gobert. And it's Jokic. That time on the assist by Murray.
You know, since his rookie year, Jokic's confidence has really grown. I mean, he's gotten extremely comfortable with his jump shot now.
Here's MP. Coming off a solid outing against Sacramento. Pass to Randall. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Randall's got an unorthodox game, but he's got a good, strong upper body, which makes him a very consistent scorer inside.
Here's Murray. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Grant, he's built for the big moments. Jamal Murray ready and willing when the pressure is on.
Yeah, B.A., his playoff performances speak for themselves. Clutch scoring, playmaking, and of course, that killer mentality.
Now here's Edwards. 17 points for him last game against Sacramento.
And he didn't just put up big points. He beat everyone to the boards.
Cobb with the steal. He's all alone. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Yeah, strong transition play is something MP will need to be consistently capable of in this league.
Here's Murray. 5 points in the game. Pass to Jokic. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game. And so here's Denver. They trail by 7 with the step back. Goes up with the strike.
And you see that in building their lead, they've done an impressive job on the defensive glass.
Yeah, you're right. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
From deep. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Murray for 3. McDaniels with the rebound.
He has not been at his most efficient this quarter.
Here's MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
MP knew exactly where he wanted to go and what he wanted to do with that one.
Here's Murray. Knocked loose. Here's Cobb. And MP throws it down.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. Taking a look at the Timberwolves, it's a long season, but right now they're in great position, holding that prize top spot. And of course the Nuggets, 3.5 games behind.
You're seeing where the Nuggets are. It really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for, but they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Minnesota leading by 12. Now here's MP. He's got 17. There's the triple. And how about that? 8 for 9 now.
And they are letting those threes fly from outside. Really in a great rhythm.
That's already 5 made triples in the first quarter. What a start.
And there's Murray. That one's good. And the assist by Brown. Murray's got 9.
Well, I love the fact that he caught it and was ready to shoot it right away. Well done.
MP looking around. The 3 ball. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Murray passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
Now here's MP. 23 points in the game. And it falls all over the rim and in. Cobb's got 25 points.
Oh, that's a sweet move, guys. That's how you humiliate someone on the court.
Boy, that was quite a move, an ankle breaker for sure. And then he calmly knocked down the shot. Well done.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
To the inside, Randle. That's good. And it's Cobb with the assist. 6 points for Julius Randle. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Minnesota.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. Really like their energy defensively.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Miller comes in for Julius Randle. Ingles, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Edwards. And Denver will go for a different look here. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Nikola Jokic. Watson comes in for Gordon. Hardaway's checked in for Brown. And it's Brown in for Murray.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Here's Miller. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Inside. A nice shot by Brown.
Brown knew exactly what he wanted to do in there and finished inside.
The Timberwolves lead by 22. Outside, DiVincenzo. Beyond the arc. Gets the three to fall.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Johnson. Making a mark on the offensive end. Scoring around 13 a game. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Reed. The drive by DiVincenzo.
Hey, why settle for the layup when you can dunk it? DiVincenzo put in on a show on that drive.
And Brown has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Their last game, a win against the Clippers. Looking to carry it into this one.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one. And that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Pickett, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
On the wing, Ingles. Pass to Berenger. Here's MP. Another one falls for Minnesota.
He's lifting up his team with his offensive output. What a big-time quarter for him.
Denver has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start, and the foul called on MP. And so it's Minnesota with plenty of breathing room. 23 points to end the quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far. Well, any impression, you knuckleheads?
Yeah, I can do a few. My best is probably...
Shaq. He meant impressions of the standing, not like being an impersonator.
I know that, Kenny. Why you always gotta be spoiling my fun, huh?
And let's move on now to those first two quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Nuggets.
They have to lock it down defensively. Giving up great shots is a great way to lose a game.
And if you're disruptive at that end, it creates transition offense. I'm telling you, that's where you get the easy looks.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
The Timberwolves lead by 23. Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Randle and Gobert are in the middle, and it's Cobb in at the 1. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's McDaniels. He's scoreless. And Cobb gets it to go on the assist from Edwards. Edwards has got 3 assists tonight.
He's been terrific offensively. You can bet they'll feed him down the stretch, that's for sure.
Some breakthrough contributions for the Nuggets from Christian Brown and Aaron Gordon. Grant elevating their games.
But at the same time, Denver's depth has been a concern. You know, B.A., we know what Jokic can do, but he needs help to win another ring. And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
You know, guys, every year Randall seems to improve as a scorer. You know, he's looking more and more confident, more comfortable out there scoring the ball.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Nuggets have gotten used to success. Nikola Jokic said, quote, winning is a lifestyle for us. It's really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to play. Everybody is buying into the system. I was here when we were losing, so I do not want to go back to that. Brian, back to you.
They're good with him in the lineup. All right, Allie, thank you. Minnesota with the ball. After the Nuggets picked up a basket just a moment ago. Up top, Randall. 6 to shoot, and here's MP from outside. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got his 4th assist in this one. For Denver, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Jokic the screen. Murray from outside. Murray can't get that one to fall.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Randall outside. Pass to McDaniels. The 3 is up. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
And the foul called on MP. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And here are the Nuggets now. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. And that's a 1-game homestand for the club. And Denver, looking at who they've got to start the 4th. Tim Hardaway is out there with Murray. Then it's Peyton Watson. Then it's Bruce Brown. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 spot.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Well, he needs to be careful.
Room getting ready for the Nuggets. Nikola Jokic has checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Aaron Gordon comes in for Watson. Cam Johnson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Christian Brown in for Brown. To the paint. Here's Murray. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Murray's got 34 points. Now Cobb. Pass to Shannon. And last season, the worst in about 2 decades for games lost to injury, Clark. Cause for concern?
I certainly think so, but I mean, I am a fan of load management, but I think it should be in practice now. That way, the guys can play as many games as possible for their team and the fans. Load management should be, I think, managed in the practice schedule.
Now here's MP. There's the 3. Rebounded by Denver. Brown's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Murray. Lets it fly. Johnson for 3. They grab their own miss. It's good on the putback.
The way they've hit the offensive boards in the second half, you would think they're the team that's leading.
And here's Cobb. Shoots. Another one falls for Minnesota.
Yeah, this defense looks absolutely helpless trying to stop MP right now. He's having his way out there.
Outside Johnson. 3-pointer. Dillingham with a rebound.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
The 3 from Cobb. Nails it from 3. Cobb's got 44.
No hesitation at all there. MP rose up with confidence.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
Now here's MP. Another one falls for Minnesota.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Here's Murray after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Tipped, and he's able to get it back. Tries again. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Jokic has got 5 assists tonight.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Timberwolves.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're gonna battle hard.
And you know, against a conference opponent who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
And his activity level on defense, self-evident, racking up steals, deflections. I mean, he was a handful tonight.
Here's Jokic, following the three-pointer by Minnesota. Gordon with a screen on MP. Outside Murray. The shot from 20 feet out. Yep, that one's good. Murray's got 42 in the game.
Tell you what, if Murray's on your team, you got to feel comfortable when he's working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all make him hard to guard.
Now here's Cobb. Shoots. Another one falls for Minnesota.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Now over to Dominic Hamill.
Great win for you guys tonight, MP. And you broke the half-century mark. Does scoring 50 feel different than scoring 30 or 40?
Yeah, of course, man. Of course it does. I think watching someone hit 50, it feels different than watching someone hit 30, right? Of course, so it's the same for me when I'm out there doing it. There's an electricity in the air, and it's a special thing for me and the team.
I think we're all feeling it, MP.
Appreciate that.
All right. Over to you, BA.
Okay, Dominic, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, and we'll see you next time.